Welcome to our deep dive into the gripping Netflix film Hijack 93, which hit the screens on October 25th, 2024, and quickly soared to one of the top 10 positions in Netflix Nigeria. This suspenseful disaster movie has captured the attention of audiences everywhere, igniting a wave of curiosity about the true events that inspired its narrative. Today, we'll explore the real-life incidents behind the film and distinguish fact from fiction. Pause for effect. The central storyline of Hijack 93 is indeed rooted in actual events. The film takes place against the backdrop of Nigeria's tumultuous socio-political landscape in the late 20th century, a time marked by strife and upheaval. After a military coup in 1983 overthrew the democratically elected government of President Shehu Shagari, Nigeria plunged into a decade of military rule. The people's voices were silenced, and their demands ignored. Sound of a news broadcast. Fast forward to 1993, the nation held a much-anticipated election, resulting in the Social Democratic Party's victory, with Chief Mashood Kashimawo Alawale Abiola, commonly known as MKO Abiola, emerging as the chosen leader. However, the military, still wielding power, rejected the election's legitimacy, reinstating itself as the sole authority. This blatant disregard for democracy ignited a fiery public backlash as citizens grew increasingly resistant to military rule. Sound of a crowd chanting. One of the most dramatic expressions of this resistance was the hijacking of a Nigerian Airways flight in 1993 by 4 teenagers, a pivotal moment depicted in Hijack 93. These young individuals, fueled by a desire to restore power to MKO Abiola and give voice to their fellow citizens, boarded the flight with a singular agenda. Unfortunately, the hijacking did not unfold as they had envisioned, leading to their eventual arrest. Now, let's clarify which aspects of the film have been fictionalized for dramatic effect. While Hijack 93 remains faithful to its core narrative, several key elements deviate from the reality of the events. For instance, the names of the hijackers in the film, Omar, Ben, Kaode, and Deo, are entirely fictitious. In reality, the hijackers were named Richard, Kabir, Benneth, and Kenny. Sound of an airplane cabin. Moreover, the movie introduces a scene where the teenagers manage to smuggle a firearm aboard the flight with the assistance of a crew member. However, this detail is purely a fabrication. In reality, there was no collusion between the flight crew and the hijackers. Sound of a baby crying. In a further departure from actual events, Hijack 93 depicts a dramatic scene in which a passenger goes into labor during the flight. However, no such incident occurred in real life. Additionally, while the film portrays one of the hijackers shooting a civilian in a moment of anger, this too is a fictional element. During the actual hijacking, no passengers were harmed in such a manner. Sound of sirens. The film's climax suggests that the teenagers surrendered after military forces poisoned one of their key hostages. In truth, the hijackers did not surrender voluntarily. Instead, they were apprehended by authorities once the flight landed. These narrative choices, while compelling for cinematic storytelling, diverge from the historical facts surrounding the hijacking. Pause for effect. It's essential to recognize that while Hijack 93 draws inspiration from real-life events, the filmmakers have taken creative liberties to enhance the drama and emotional impact of the story. The true tale of the hijacking and the socio-political climate of Nigeria in the 1990s is complex and fraught with tension. The film encapsulates the spirit of resistance against oppression but inevitably reshapes certain aspects to fit a more conventional narrative arc. Soft background music begins. As viewers, it's natural to feel drawn into the world of Hijack 93 and the characters' struggles. Yet, understanding the distinction between dramatization and reality allows us to appreciate the film more deeply. It highlights the power of storytelling in shedding light on historical events while also reminding us of the sacrifices made by those who fought for democracy and justice. Pause for reflection. So, as you watch Hijack 93, remember that you're witnessing a portrayal inspired by true events, yet shaped by the artistic lens of its creators. The film serves as a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit in the face of tyranny and the ongoing quest for justice in a world often riddled with chaos. Outro music fades in. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of Hijack 93. We hope this discussion has enriched your viewing experience and sparked further interest in the real-life events that shaped this gripping narrative. Don't forget to subscribe for more insightful analyses and discussions on your favorite films. Until next time, stay curious and engaged.